It's an all-new episode of Nerds to Men. I am Brad Reed. Cameo is like a ninja. Like a hand ninja.
Oh, my.
You can't see him. He's like John Cena.
Oh, yeah?
You can't...
Oh.
No.
So he's a wrestler?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like Tupac.
Dead?
You can't... Well, he might. I don't know where Cameo actually is, but I assume he's alive.
I knew him well enough. No.
Actually, he couldn't make it to the show today, but he came by the shop, right?
Just briefly.
Yeah, that's like when you call in sick to work, but you show up at lunchtime to get dope from the dope dealer in the office. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Just like that? What?
I don't know.
Oh, man.
Or, I don't, what's another, you know what I'm saying, though? He was here.
Briefly, yeah. He stopped by, had to get his books.
But he couldn't be bothered to do a podcast this week.
I'm just saying, there may have been someone that got him a Sam Jackson figure from that Captain Marvel set.
Oh,
had to come get
I
it.
see.
Yeah.
Now I see. Cameo.
I'm just
That's
saying.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Back at New World Comic Con, which was back in July of last year,
Yeah.
he was searching for an X-Men.
Yeah, for Storm.
Did we ever?
Yeah, yeah.
He got one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know. I haven't seen his toy collection lately, but I'm excited about that because he was our friend AD. His lady friend. She actually got it before he could buy it.
Yeah, just right before. Yeah.
So he was so bummed about that, but yeah, it was great. But we got a lot of stuff to talk about today, even though Cameo's not here, and we fully expect him to be back next week.
Yes, or else.
Yeah. If you're watching this, do you think he watches when he's not here?
No.
That's rude. If you expect anybody to watch or listen to the podcast, he should be watching it himself.
Yes.
But, he's he's in love with himself, so he's not going to watch if he's not on, I think.
So what you're saying is that we just need to put his head right here.
Yeah. Oh, I need to get a floating Cameo head like we use Jerry Bennett.
Oh, yeah, you really do.
On the New World Comics podcast. And they've seen it on this podcast. We had one where Cameo said a word that we're not going to repeat.
Nope.
And we ended up beeping it out because it was funnier that way.
Oh, yeah.
But Jerry, I would pop up a picture of Jerry's disappointed face because I've seen that face. I've known Jerry a long time. I've seen his disappointed face. I'm not mad at you, Brad. I'm just disappointed. No, but Jerry's face would pop up, and so Jerry messaged him on Instagram. I was like, "What are y'all saying?" Like, we're not going to tell.
Starts with a B,
Yeah.
and ends with AdWords.
yeah, and there's no itch involved either.
Nope.
So get creative on what you think that might.
It's not what
might
you.
be. Yeah.
It's not what you think it is.
But we should get a head like Cameo, and when he's not on, we'll just rotate his head in and out. That'd be awesome. Did I even introduce my good friend Buck here?
Hi.
Buck is always on the show with us every week. We do the show here from New World Comics. This is Buck's clubhouse, basically.
Yeah.
But it's also his business, so get down here and buy some comic books.
Yes, please.
Yeah, they've got graphic novels, trade paperbacks. We'll have Buck a little bit later, so we'll talk about what I'm excited about this week, what I kind of picked up on putting in my bag. We're going to talk about the Spider-Man trailer, how it ties into Endgame. Also, The Punisher started today when we record this. We haven't watched it yet, so don't worry about spoilers. But we do want to kind of, preview it a little bit. We're going to briefly talk about Gotham. I know you don't watch Gotham.
No, but I have all the commentary
Yeah.
that a boy needs.
And there's 3 episodes. I've seen 2 of them so far, so we're not going to spoil much on that either. If you
I will spoil everything.
Yeah, so
all of it.
All kinds of stuff. And like I said, if you like spoilers and you like
Spoiler is not on Gotham. Spoiler alert.
Jerry Bennett's head, then you got to watch New World Comics podcast.
Yes, please.
Every Friday at 2 p.m.
Yep.
And as I try my hardest anyway to get it up by 2. the audio and the video is usually up. You could check out New World Comics Facebook page, also their YouTube, Spreaker, Stitcher, Spotify, all of them. They're all out there. Just Google it, and I'm sure it'll come up. And that's all the same places you can find this Nerds to Men podcast. So. One other thing I wanted to ask you about before we get going, I know tomorrow, and people probably won't hear this or see it
until after.
Probably, yeah, definitely after tomorrow afternoon. Maybe,
Okay, then we can talk about the next one. We can say tomorrow we have Daredevil superheroes.
Daredevil, yeah.
Superhero School every 2 weeks here at the store. It's family friendly. It's free. It starts at 10:30. It's over by noon usually. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's like this interactive play where I dress up my friends like superheroes. They come out and talk to the kids about who they are and what they do, and then the kids get asked questions.
Yeah.
And we have like kind of little skits that go on between characters that kind of explain what they are. So when you get to reading comics or watching movies and TV shows, you'll see a whole bunch of characters pop up that you're like, oh, I don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
But you'll learn about it here.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, ooh, I knew about that.
I brought my nephews to one. I've been in one.
Yeah.
I think they're, and one of the things that I kind of, when I did mine, I anticipated it a little differently than how it really went.
Oh yeah.
Well, only because, like, I feel like I don't think you could take things too seriously, because I think that you should always put 100% into whatever you're going to do.
Not necessarily.
But it is.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm about 45% right now. No.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, it is. They don't take it as serious as I thought, and I don't mean that in a bad way. They have a lot of fun with it. There's improv. There's
right. It's like a semi-scripted improv.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and the thing is, it's we kind of set it more towards a comedic tone, and it's written like for adults with kids in mind.
Yeah.
You know, because
like Shrek.
Yeah, well, not even that far. But, like Pixar movies are really written for adults with kids in mind.
Right.
Because that way everyone enjoys them, as opposed to the things that are written for kids with kids in mind are just awful for parents to have to go through.
Right.
So we try to make it enjoyable for everyone.
And it is. My nephews have a great time. I love watching them. I know when we did the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, that was such a great education for me, for my nephews. And then when I saw the movie, I'd already had an introduction to some of those. So, and there's another one coming up later.
Teen Titans is going to be the one in 2 weeks.
Okay, yeah. So, and when I brought my nephews out, Ricky, I let him buy some comic books, and he immediately wanted the Teen Titans, so I need to bring him back for the Teen Titans. Yeah. And that's the next one then.
Yeah, we're going to have all the Teen Titans that you know, and then a lot of them that you don't know.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm excited for that. Now, here's the deal. You can hang out with your kids in the morning, but then leave them at home and go to Paint and Cheers.
There you go.
Out in the Plaza District here in Oklahoma City. That's the cool arts district here in Oklahoma City. If you haven't been down there, there's great restaurants, there's tattoo parlors, and then my friends Paint and Cheers, they have a art studio, and you go down there, you're going to have such a great time. Adam, he is the owner and the teacher, and he is so energetic. He has so much fun. You'll paint a painting that you don't even have to be good at painting, and you're going to come away with something that's going to be awesome. You're going to have a good time. Plus, you get your drink on.
So what you're saying is, if you're really bad, he just gives you a little cup of water, and you're just painting it on something that he's already done.
Well, it's not on something he's done, but there's like
I'm just kidding.
Well, yeah, he has one that he's done.
Yeah,
and then he has these techniques that you can do it, and but like I say, it's not quite like he's outlined it or anything like that.
Yeah.
So you'll have a lot of fun, and you'll get to be proud of what you're doing there. They have Thirsty Thursdays where it's $2 Boda Box wine on Saturdays. They've got bottomless mimosas on at 2 p.m. No. Bottomless sangria.
Okay,
on
so
Saturday.
You're saying that the cup does have a bottom. It's not like that'd
here's
be real
drink.
cute. Yeah.
No, it is. I believe you pay $8. I think is what he said for the mimosas. I saw the deal was, and then bottomless. So
All right.
yeah, like the bottomless. What was it? The noodles at Olive Garden.
Yeah.
Same thing here.
Oh man.
That's 2 p.m. Bottomless sangrias on Saturday, 2 p.m. on Sundays, bottomless mimosas. Check them out. Paint in the letter N, cheers.com. Reserve your seats today. Yeah. Woo. So let's get our show on the road here. Let's get into it. We have our own theme music, but
I mean, I like to add to it.
yeah, it was good. It was good. All right, let's talk about the Spider-Man trailer, Far From Home.
Oh man.
Tom Holland personally went to Sony and said, "Let's get this out there for him."
Something tells me that he wasn't like, "Hey guys."
If you look at his Twitter account, he takes full credit.
Listen, I would too.
Listen, you don't think Tom has that kind of juice?
I don't think, listen, he's 22, 23. He didn't have any pull.
He's, I was going to say he's probably the most popular Spider-Man ever, but.
Well, yeah, that's just because he's the current one.
No,
Andrew Garfield was the most.
He's not the current one. We go animated. Miles Morales.
No. I'm just saying. There have been Spider-Men before. Mm-hmm. There will be Spider-Man after.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've heard that there might not be a Tom Holland for very many more movies anyway.
Oh?
So. Well, he's according to what he's contracted.
Oh, I didn't hear. Tell me more.
You haven't heard what he's contracted?
Uh-uh.
Ooh. He got something from a spider.
Oh.
Yeah. No, but I mean, the deal with he's on loan to Marvel, and then he's got a few pictures with Sony. So, but this next one is one of those. I didn't realize, but I think it's kind of cool. It's like a European vacation movie.
Yeah. Now, if they were really smart, they would have come out and said that this is like, happens before Infinity War.
Oh yeah,
because then it would give some like tension and drama to Infinity War as opposed to, we know he gets better.
So we're going to jump into that right now? Because, I mean, there's been a little controversy.
Jump wherever you want to.
Let's talk about that for a second with Endgame, because this movie actually is going to take place after Endgame.
And that's really dumb of them to say that. They really should have done the, no, it happened before, guys. It's...
Well, I mean, okay, so it's spoilers because... in the last Avengers movie, we see Spider-Man, I don't want to go. And everybody got the tears. And of course, I did too. I was like, no, I don't want you to go either.
See, as soon as that happened, we do the commercial for Superhero School. And sometimes I dress Ben up as Spider-Man. I was going to have Iron Man tell him to go clean the bathroom and have him just do that scene.
Nice.
No, I don't want to. Don't make me go. It would have been perfect. But anyway.
At the end of the Spider-Verse, like I think y'all are going to do one later, or if you ever do another one, have a little thing of dust there on the ground. Just if somebody notices it, cool.
Will that count towards the multitude of Spider-Man I have hidden around the store?
Oh, it might. Ooh, yes, you should just have. I like that idea. But okay, so I see people being a little upset about that, but at the same time, I mean, we all know Spider-Man and all these characters aren't going to die.
We know. But like general public, the people that don't super follow all this.
Yeah. Do they really think that Spider-Man's going to die and stay dead, though?
Some of them.
Then they're idiots. No, I kid. I kid. But come on, you got to have to. I don't know.
Right.
I would assume most people were like,
well,
they're not going to just stop making Spider-Man
Well,
movies.
Here's the thing. They've rebooted it how many times?
Yeah. Well,
so, like, it.
Yeah, I'm sure there are people that are confused sometimes, like, what?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, but do you really think it's that controversial, or?
I don't think it's that controversial. I just think it's a missed opportunity on their part to, like, add, because, like, the fanboy, like, flare-ups, anytime something pops up, which we'll even get into on the trailer, like every little thing is oh my God, it could be a this. Oh my God, it could, So there's that excitement.
Right.
So they took that away from us.
Yeah, I could see that. I would be more upset for some reason if like it was like a Guardians of the Galaxy movie that they were showing previews for, that
Right.
then I'd be like, oh, Spider-Man, I just assume that they're going to bring him back.
Yeah.
It'd be worse if there was, like I say, like a Gamora or something, and you're like, oh, wait, what's happening?
I mean, we assume that it all comes back. I mean, this is assuming that anything like it happens from the book.
Right. Right.
Because, like, in the book, like, eventually Gamora gets a hold of the gauntlet and, like, undoes everything Thanos did.
Right. So I heard that this movie is probably going to have a lot of time travel, the Endgame movie.
I would assume so, yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. I was wondering about that. Let's go back to the Spider-Man, though.
All right, yeah.
I thought it looked pretty, I like it. He's hanging out with his friends, that kind of vibe I want to see, too. Like I like seeing him interact with the Avengers and everything, but I also like seeing him be a teenager.
Right.
And so I think that looks cool. Tell me a little bit about Mysterio, because that's a guy I don't know much about.
Okay,
and
so
that's Jake Gyllenhaal
yeah,
who will play him.
In the comics, he started off as like the movie like special effects guy, and was like Captain Practical effects and did holograms and all this other like really cool stuff. But he's kind of the one character that I really never thought would get it in the movies because it's so dated now. Because then he'd be like, I'm Captain CGI, like, check me out.
And wasn't he kind of like, maybe in the comic books, is he a little Deadpool-esque as far as... Okay, so there's no fourth wall breaking or...
No, usually just the fishbowl breaking.
What does that mean?
The fishbowl he wears.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I got you. Yeah. Okay. So he doesn't realize like there's no meta.
No. He's always like, hey, check out these cool effects.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
So yeah. We see several things kind of pop up in it that looks like either Sandman and Hydro Man and Molten Man, or could be those, or there's speculation that it's Marvel's The Elementals.
Okay.
My theory on it.
Yeah.
It's just Mysterio making up stuff.
Oh, okay. All right. I would like to have seen Sandman. He was in Spider-Man 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And his I think was another character, you had Venom and you had Sandman, and it seems
and then
like
New Goblin.
Yeah.
New Goblin.
It seems like a lot of people weren't impressed by Sandman and Venom in those movies.
It's because they didn't give enough time to either of them. Like it should have just been Sandman.
Right.
It shouldn't have been Sandman, New Goblin, and Venom.
Right. Well, I think that this movie they'll get a chance to do something a lot more awesome because that's what they've been doing.
Yeah. So it's either Mysterio doing everything, or I think they're trying to build the Sinister Six like as quick as they can.
Oh, okay.
So.
And then did you see any references to the Fantastic Four?
They're saying that the renovation to the Avengers Tower right in front of Grand Central Station, they're saying that that's getting renovated and going from the rounded building to a more squared off building. They're saying that that's going to be the Baxter Building.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I stood on top of the Avengers Tower and got real motion sick.
Really?
Looking down because, it's so high up on the Spider-Man game.
Oh.
I really did, though. I have a pretty big TV. And so I was up at the top and I'm looking around and I'm like, it was so good.
Know.
Like, I think that's how good the animation.
Yeah, you had me. I was like, you went to New York and stood wherever the hell that's supposed. Yeah.
No. I would like to go to New York, but I've never been.
Yeah, nor have I.
You haven't?
Yeah, I don't really want to go.
I'm kind of the same way. It seems kind of scary.
TV says that most New Yorkers all jerks.
Yeah,
I don't want to go.
There's a lot of old buildings and stuff I'd like to see because we're getting off topic, but I've been to New Orleans. Like I go to New Orleans like every year. Right?
Yeah,
and I've been to San Francisco, and I was talking to some friends about where I'd like to go back again, and I'd like to see San Francisco again, but I was like, maybe I should see something new, like New York, but it just seems scary. New York is scary.
Yeah, I'm not old enough.
All right, anything else that jumped out about the Spider-Man Far From Home? Comes out when, July?
I think so. Yeah.
And Endgame is in April.
It's April. It's the week before Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah.
Which is perfect for us now.
Right.
They used to come out the day before, so we just have to completely mess up our schedules trying to get everything ready for that 24-hour day. And
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Well, let's see. Endgame. That one's coming out. That one we're not. We'll have more time to kind of speculate and preview that.
Yeah.
But like I say, with the Spider-Man, I'm not bummed about it. I was glad to see.
No,
the
I mean,
trailer.
yeah. I mean, I'm glad that we got to see the trailer. It's just the way that they put it out there. That they
Yeah.
could have they could have let us on a bit.
Yeah.
I don't mind them lying to me if it means further entertainment down the line.
Right.
You know.
Right. I do want to mention I got to see Aquaman finally, and
Yeah.
we broke it down a few times, but I just wanted to share my thoughts,
Please.
real quick. I did see Kira's kind of her comparison to Star Wars.
Yeah.
I thought that this movie seemed like a good mix of Star Wars, all Black Panther, kind of all these stories, the way that they had to journey to get something to, that was
Yeah.
kind of Star Wars ish to me. And I thought the movie was too long.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I thought the special effects was amazing. But James Wan did something throughout the movie that kind of irritated me. He's done some horror movies. Well, he was doing the jump scare effect, but it would be,
Yeah.
with an explosion. Everything would be real quiet and and then boom, and
Yeah.
he did it over and over and over to the fact I was like, come on.
He probably thought a lot of those would get edited out. He was like, I'll keep one.
Yeah. Well, they all made it in, and it just got a little repetitive as far as that went. I did overall the feel of the movie. I thought still seemed a little Scott. Wait, no. I get the Zacks and the Scotts.
Yeah, Zack Snyder.
Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
It did seem like you could see his influence on everything.
Yeah, there's a rumor going that apparently he met with Zack Snyder and was like, all right, how do we unjoss Whedon this thing?
yeah, that's what I heard. The studios were actually kind of mad about it.
Yeah.
But he did get with Zack Snyder, and I think Zack Snyder got an executive producer or some kind of title.
Yeah, I mean, I remember that he had done work on it before Justice League, because it was filming the same time that Justice League was still doing the reshoots and all that. So,
Right.
Yeah.
What Ocean Master? What's his name? The actor?
Oh, Michael something. He was here. Let's look it up.
The
real quick.
guy in Watchmen.
Yeah. Yeah.
The reason I bring him up, I can't remember his name right now. I like him, but I thought his performance in this movie was just a little wooden.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about him. He's worked with James Wan before in the Conjuring movies.
Patrick Wilson.
Patrick Wilson. That's it.
Yeah.
He's not I don't know how to describe it. He doesn't overly play any character.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's
Yeah.
kind of the same guy. But I really loved him in Watchmen. I loved him. And so he's worked with Zack Snyder and James Wan before. And I'm sure that's why, they cast him. And
Yeah. No, he's a good actor. It's just he's more of a movie star than an actor.
Exactly.
Like Nicolas Cage is a movie star. John Wayne was
Yeah. As opposed to,
like Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Is an actor.
Right.
Yeah.
Or Tom, not Holland, but
Hiddleston.
Well, yeah.
Tom
Who's
Hiddleston.
Venom? Tom,
Brady.
no.
Clancy. Tom
Bang.
Hardy.
Tom Hardy. Yes.
I know.
Thank you. He's an actor,
Lingo.
Yeah. He's a guy I would consider more of an actor.
Yeah. Very
Patrick
much so.
Wilson, you're right. He's more of a movie star.
Yeah, because the movie star always plays kind of the same thing over and over.
Yeah. So he was okay. I thought Willem Dafoe was all right, but again, Willem Dafoe is an actor.
Yeah.
He's an actor.
So-
and he could have done way more but they didn't. I feel like they didn't give him much to do anything with.
The most impressive performance of the entire movie, probably the entire year, knowing what an uphill battle he's had for it. Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
That's the best he's ever been or will ever be, probably. Like, that is.
Was he in, what was the movie with the teddy bear? Ted?
Oh, yeah.
Was he in that movie? Wasn't he?
No. That's, no. Oh, my God. He was Flash Gordon.
Yeah.
Sam. Oh, this is going to kill me.
See, we're rabbit trailing
yeah.
again. But, okay, so it wasn't Dolph Lundgren. For some reason, I was thinking it was. But you're right, Dolph Lundgren.
Sam Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do they look alike?
They do now.
I don't. Yeah. Because I think that's why.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they look like a wallet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but you're right. Dolph Lundgren did do a good job. He wasn't like some kind of weird, out of place cameo or anything like that.
You could understand him, and like he was emoting.
Yeah. You know, I had heard that they did all the hair green screen. Like whoever, I guess there were some scenes where some of them had it pulled back in the ponytail, but the others where I guess they green capped them and then they added the hair. But I thought it looked cool. Like in the water, you didn't.
I thought it looked bad.
Yeah. Sometimes it was a little much, but overall, I mean, I just think they did a good job with what they were working with.
Yeah,
but it still is a B+ to me. It just wasn't one of those movies that I'm gonna want to watch over and over.
Right.
But it's one of those things too where I don't want everything to be dark and gritty, but then again, I do.
No, I think very few things need to be dark and gritty.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. Okay, but so like if I look at my favorite movies, they are though like Old Man Logan.
Yeah.
Dark. The Batman, some of the Batman movies, and
right. But I'm just saying, like, would you want a dark and gritty like Fantastic Four movie? Oh, wait, how'd that turn out?
Okay. Yeah, but then again, maybe it was the story. I don't know. It just wasn't.
I'm just saying.
It was just kind of vanilla to me. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't great.
Well, and yeah, they made this movie knowing that it was going to go to China and make $1 billion.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, wait, it did.
Yeah. Oh, the movie's done wonderful.
Yeah.
And, for compared to the Justice League movie, it was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it just that maybe a symptom of how low the bar is right now. and again, I'm still gonna say I want Zack Snyder to make a Batman movie. I think he would make a great Batman movie.
I want him to be the cinematographer on a Batman movie.
Yeah.
I don't want him to direct anything.
Although I love The Watchmen. I was like watching The Watchmen the other day again.
So you're who watches The Watchmen.
Yeah. It's funny. I came in and somebody was watching it. And I was like, oh, The Watchmen. Because I've seen it a billion times.
Yeah.
And I didn't really want to watch it at that point. And then as soon as I sat down, I got sucked in. But there's a point where they go to break out Rorschach,
Yeah.
And Patrick Wilson and God, I'm blanking on everybody's name.
Melon Eckerman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're fighting, going down. And I was like, that could be Batman and Catwoman, it's just, I think that Zack Snyder would make a dope Batman movie. I think all the other movies probably need somebody else's touch.
I don't know. He would probably have Batman, driving around, killing people, shooting guns, and
I like that Batman.
Man.
I love that Batman.
Oh, so you want the Punisher? You don't want Batman. Because Batman doesn't need guns to protect his city.
What? You got to fight fire with fire, Buck.
No.
You're right, though. You know what? Batman would have figured out
no killing
to do it.
Rule number 1 for Batman, no killing.
Rules are made to be broken. Okay. Listen, okay, tell that to the Batman who laughs.
That's a different Batman.
By the way, I know at some point we're going to talk about like the dark metal.
I think we should do like a metal special.
Yeah,
yeah.
But that Batman Who Laughs that just came out,
yeah,
so good.
Yeah, and then his new sidekick, the one with all the guns. That Batman can use guns, but it's a different. Yeah, it's a different thing. But like, regular universe Batman, no guns, no killing.
Okay, all right. Well,
and I mean, tell you what. On one of the next New World ones, I'll make a list of all the times that Batman's killed, just because of bad writing.
Oh, okay.
Like he's full on thrown a car battery into a dude and like caused a stack of cars to like fall over on someone. Like, yeah,
I would like to know what Tom King thinks. Like if he would ever envision a time where he would write Batman killing.
not intentionally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll have to talk about that more. Yeah. Let's talk about Gotham real quick. I know you don't watch Gotham for a lot of good reasons, actually.
Let's say religious reasons. Good God.
Religious reasons.
Yeah.
But
I plead the fifth.
I'm telling you, there are times when Gotham is really good.
Oh, is it when the credits start rolling?
No.
Oh.
But it has been ho hum the last. And
Oh yeah, like episode 2 on. Mm-hmm. Yeah, very much. Oh,
Stop it!
Look at Buck
Stop
hating
it.
Gotham.
Yeah. It's
oh.
well, you could probably guess
Write a better series.
Well, yeah, you could probably guess when I enjoy it the most, and that's when.
So apparently, Joker shows up.
Yeah.
Okay, he's not Batman yet, is he?
No.
Okay, so there's this age-old question of like, did Batman cause all these people to become villains?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
the mere
yeah.
presence of Batman, or did they cause the need for Batman? So this one takes all that away from it.
It does.
Yeah. So
it really does.
Batman's able to defeat everyone because they're 80.
Yeah. Well, in this, I mean, you would have to assume that they created Batman because there's already a Penguin, there's a Riddler, there's a Joker now. And which when they have the Jeremiah, if you're like, I just want to watch certain episodes, when they have the guy from Shameless, Cameron Monaghan, which we've done an interview with him, Cameo did, so go back and find that. But those are really good episodes. I love those. But when he's not on, it can, and like I say, this season is a shortened season. It's only half of what it would have been.
So even Fox is like, man, this show.
Yeah, they're wrapping it up.
Okay.
And I was mad because I thought, well, if you're going to condense it, then it should just be the most awesome stuff. No, it's not. The last 2 episodes have been, and there's a third one that had come out this week, and I didn't get to see it yet. So
I bet you that people show up, they act out of character, they get upset about really weird things, and then they go about things the entirely wrong way, and that causes more drama down the road.
it's just,
am I wrong?
You're kind of right in a way. Yeah, it's off the rails right now. Listen, if Batman doesn't have a killing, if he never kills, Jim Gordon kills enough for everyone.
He's a cop, so I mean, like, they get to use lethal force. It's
a
different thing.
As much as Jim has, I think they'd probably been like, maybe not. Maybe you're no longer on the force. But anyway, I have to believe that this, and maybe they'll tell us this later, but this Batman is set in another world. That, that is Batman,
void of writers.
Yeah, no, Batman World 81 or something. Where it doesn't go down like anything like the comics. So, but it's still, like I say, at
did
times
they still have
it's
the 12-year-old dressing up in black leather?
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
man.
he's not 12 now.
What,
he's, actually, because
is
I
he
was
13?
thinking about it. No, he's got to be, because he's the same age as my youngest son. And, a few years ago when we first started this podcast, we went down to see David Mazouz, who plays Bruce Wayne, and Sean Pertwee, who plays Alfred. They were down at the Fan Expo Dallas, and we went down there and met him and stuff. And so he's the same age as Gideon.
Let's see, that's the kid?
Yeah, so I think he's got to be about.
He's 17.
Yeah, 17. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's still a little young to be thrown on the black leather kids.
He
Just saying.
No, you're never too young for leather. Well, maybe. You might be.
I am no longer affiliated with Nerds to Men. I recuse myself.
What is wrong with leather? But like I say, so far, I'm not so thrilled. I did.
Dude, good on you. You're coming around.
I've been that way, though. It's been hit or miss. But also, wanted to mention The Punisher.
Yes.
Starts today.
Yeah. See, there's a guy that can go around shooting people
Yes.
And I'm okay with it.
Yeah. You definitely want to see the Punisher be ultra violent. But, my brother, I asked him because my brother, he was a Marine and stuff.
Yeah.
And I asked him if he thought that the Punisher was relatable, because it seemed like something that a lot of, with the PTSD and stuff like that. And he said that sometimes it felt a little too real.
Yeah.
And so sometimes uncomfortable.
I can see that, yeah.
Which, is a compliment, but also, I would like for people like my brother to enjoy the show too. But further on into season 2, it ended with the guy that he was, friends with, and then
is it season 1?
Yeah. Season 1. He kind of started towards that to becoming Jigsaw.
Yeah.
And I guess season 2 is going to continue that. And
Jigsaw. That's what we hear. Yeah. Yeah.
Now I got to say, the thing I was so excited about the Punisher.
You're right.
I forgot that I didn't even realize it came out today until I looked it up because I was like, I know it's coming out soon.
Yeah.
And the only reason I was a little bit thrown off is just because of all the cancellations, and I know 2 weeks from today probably.
Yeah, but 2 years from today, Marvel gets him.
But do you think? Okay, here's the thing. It won't be John Bernthal, right?
You don't know that.
I guess I don't.
Here's the thing. Because all right, so how long was it between Captain America and Captain America 2?
Ooh, I don't even know. 2 years?
Just saying, in Hollywood, 2 years is nothing, man.
Oh, yeah, you're right about that.
Because here's the thing, they don't get those characters, but they can be working on developments and that kind of stuff.
Right.
And just not saying anything. Oh, look at all this work that just came in.
Yeah, no, you're right about that.
Yeah.
2 years in Hollywood,
That's nothing, man.
Yeah, you're right. That's the blink of an eye.
Yeah, that's guys, I'm going to go find a few other jobs over here.
Yeah.
Oh, you want Daredevil back? Hold on, let me go get my glasses.
Yeah. Yeah, so okay. The Marvel, Disney, all that.
Yeah.
You think it'll be as ultra violent as
yeah.
as it has been?
Have you ever watched a Miramax movie?
Yeah. Well, that is something we have talked about, that there are umbrellas under,
right.
or Disney is the umbrella basically, and
yeah.
then there's other things. So,
and I mean, there are tricks around getting all the violence and still having it present. Mm-hmm. It's just being clever about how you show it, and
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I have said John Bernthal especially is one of those guys that in the Netflix series could do a movie easy.
Oh, easily, yeah.
He could transition into the movies as the Punisher.
Right.
So maybe we'll see something like that.
I think he's the perfect choice for it.
I do too.
And it's weird for me to say the perfect choice because in my mind there's a lot of actors and actresses that can change roles and
right.
there are other interpretations of.
Right.
But there are a few people that I think can pull off such a varied character that Frank Castle is, because you see him and you think, oh, he's the guy that shoots people, but he's deeper than that. You know? He's more complex than Batman even.
Yeah. I mean, I could agree with that.
Yeah.
As complex as Moon Knight.
Moon Knight's just complicated. Like there's complexity and then there's complications.
Right.
Moon Knight's got the complications. Not to say that I wouldn't love to see those complications spill out onto a different format.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I would love to see a Moon Knight show on the Marvel.
Oh yeah,
Disney. That'd be awesome. And I think I heard that that's something that's been bandied about. So.
I would prefer it to be a show just so you could show the different elements that go into his personalities. Mm-hmm. Whereas I think a movie, you wouldn't necessarily have the time to flesh all that out.
Right. I got to tell everybody about our friends Paint and Cheers before we talk about Oh Buck Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So let's do that. Paint and Cheers is down in the Plaza District. It's run by my good friend Adam Jones. He's a great artist. So even if you just wanted to go down there and check out some of the stuff he's doing, you could do that. But you definitely want to sign up for these classes because you, a friend, a lot of friends, you can sign up for parties. They do all kinds of big parties, large groups, take the office out, ladies' night, whatever you want to do.
Woo!
It's a fun time where you go, you get your drink on, and you paint these awesome paintings that Adam comes up with. And if you wanted to see, like, if you're like, well, maybe I want to paint an owl or something like that, or maybe I want to paint flowers. Every night that he does something, he posts what it's going to be. So go to their Facebook page, the Paint and Cheers Facebook page, and you can see which night they're going to do what, and sign up because they have all kinds of great nights to do the art. They Thirsty Thursdays on Thursday is $2 Boda box wine. Saturday 2 p.m. starts their bottomless sangria. Sunday at 2 p.m. is the bottomless mimosas. So you can have some drinks and you can paint. It's a really good time. You'll have as much fun as humanly possible with Adam at Paint and Cheers. So get your seats right now at paintandcheers.com. That's paintandcheers.com. And we have another awesome sponsor.
Oh?
Yeah, it's Buck's Super Awesome Stereo Shop.
East Clock Radio.
Is that your new endeavor?
No.
No. Maybe people will know what we're talking about there. Hopefully, we're not going to explain it to you, though.
Nope.
If you know, you know.
Girl, you know it's girl, you know it's girl, you know it's.
Oh, no. But let's talk about yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So usually what we do is we talk about what comic books are available, what's just come out. But and then I've got a little mix here of a couple of things. But we just kind of wanted to talk about some of the stuff that I was leaving the shop with tonight.
Yeah, and someone's oh, man, we got to talk about that instead.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great week for comics, but man.
Let's start off with this, though.
Okay.
Because I am finishing this series, and I had 2 that I needed to pick up. So now I'm happy because at some point this weekend, I'm going to barricade myself somewhere, and I'm going to read the last of the last half of Mr. Miracle. It's 12 issues.
It's so beautiful.
And it is so good. I mean, I'm sure people that listen to the New World Comics podcast
are sick of me
and
praising it. Yeah.
In. But it's like Cameo. Cameo's been listening to us rave about it.
Yep.
And then when I was like, okay, you can't have them because I want them back. But take 1 through 4 and read them. And as soon as he did, he was like, holy crap, dude.
Yeah.
This is awesome. And everybody's surprised by how great it is. I mean, and it's like you don't even need to be surprised anymore. If it says Tom King on it, he's amazing. And follow him on Twitter, too. He's very interesting.
Yes.
So, he's ex-CIA?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Someone called him out for not being CIA. And then, he was like, no, stop being stupid. It showed him in front of like the sword, over in Iraq, and then it showed the DC like correspondence with the CIA and all that. So,
all right, we've got to figure out a way to interview Tom. That would be so cool.
I would lose my mind, and he'd be like, "Oh, shut up!"
I think he would do it.
Oh man,
because he's real. Like on Twitter, he's so interactive, and I bet he would do it.
Oh my god!
But I think I'd be nervous.
Oh,
like I have my Tom Scott Snyder, like some people that I really enjoy, but man, Tom King, I have a man crush on right now because of the stuff he's doing with Mr. Miracle.
I'm just saying, if the chance to interview pops up, dibs.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I won't get nervous. I won't clam up. I have all my questions thought out right now.
Yeah. That'd be so awesome. Let's work on that.
All right.
But the other reason I wanted to talk about Mr. Miracle this week is I sent you a little rumor.
Yeah.
That DC is working on a New Gods movie, and it's going to focus on Mr. Miracle and Big Barda.
I could see that.
Do you think it's because of this run?
I think that probably has some influence on it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that they're going to pull from the run. I think that they're going to take the interest from this and apply it towards that.
I want to see this though.
Well, right, but here's the you have to figure out who they are first before you.
Yeah. This would still make a great fan movie, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Which I may do. But no, man. If they made a movie now about Mr. Miracle, I mean, it's still, I'm sure, not very mainstream.
No.
But Tom King has done a lot to push it further into the mainstream.
Yep.
I have to believe, and the artist too. I'm not Gerard.
Yeah.
I should give him credit too because the art has been amazing as well. Is he on all of them?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, man, it's just not what you expect. I don't think at all.
No.
From Mr. Miracle. I mean, even listening to you guys talk about it, and then when I did, it was not what I expected. So
I will say, throughout the whole series, it was the don't be this, 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 don't be this. And then by issue 12, it was the, okay, if it is this, I'll be okay. And then issue 12 wasn't what I thought it was going to be. Mm-hmm. And oh my God.
Yeah. See, and so y'all, another one that y'all talk a lot about, Planetary.
Yeah.
So it's like Planetary, Mr. Miracle. So now, after Mr. Miracle, I've got to check out Planetary.
Yeah.
Got to. But what was the other thing I was going to ask you about Mr. Miracle? That we talked that there might be a movie based on these characters, and man, it's just I would be so excited for this movie if it were more about this run. But I think with because it's like Dark Side and Steppenwolf, right,
Yeah.
and all that. So would this tie into like the Justice League and all that that's been established?
Probably not. I think they're going to start working away from all that.
Oh, okay, yeah, that would probably be smart too.
Yeah.
But so, Mr. Miracle, I mean, how many more movies do you think DC we might get of characters that aren't the Justice League? I mean, because I think that would be cool too.
I think that they're kind of taking a page from Marvel and doing the, let's do the things that people don't know and expect about, and we'll go from there.
Right. Oh, so one of the things that Tom King had tweeted was an advanced or the order for the trade paperback.
Yes.
So can
Comes
people
out
pre-order
February.
those
Yeah.
right now? They
Yep.
can come up here and pre-order it?
Yeah.
At New World Comics?
That's right.
Yeah, so you should do that. And it comes out in February?
Yeah.
I'm going to probably get that too. Is that weird?
No, I'm going to get one too because, yeah.
That way I'll have them all, all of the individuals, but then just one that I
Yeah.
can take everywhere.
It's going to make Free Comic Book Day so easy for me.
Yeah.
Well, because the year that the Hawkeye trade paperback came out, I sold 143 copies
Oh, wow.
on Free Comic Book Day.
Wow.
Just on that day.
It wasn't free?
No.
I know we joke about this, and I'm sure it's not funny anymore, but people probably do come up still, and they're like, is that one free? Is that one free?
Yeah, there was this one guy that just had, like, from his belt to his chin, just stacks. He was like, "You guys sure this is okay, right?" We're like, "No, you got to pay for those. Those over there are the free ones."
Yeah.
Oh, you want these back?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We'll spend an hour restocking those.
Let me just mention this one, too. And these are probably flying right off the shelf.
Yeah,
I know how this goes.
Yeah,
The Fantastic Four. We're post-wedding.
yeah.
Herald of Doom. That excites me. The cover, I'm so excited about already. But
Well, because you remember issue 1, Doom took back over
Right.
Latveria.
right.
Yeah,
And so, and that was like, okay, I was like, sweet, we're going to see more Doom. Now in issue 2, you don't,
right.
but it's coming.
It's because he's been working on this.
Yeah. And the thing that I got to give it up to, I didn't think I'd be addicted to Fantastic Four.
Well, it's because Dan Slott's that great of a writer, man.
Yeah. And that's another one that's so, I'm like, I'm into it. Everyone that comes out, I'm like, yes.
You really need to read Iron Man too because he's writing that.
Oh, really?
Oh my God,
See,
it's so good.
This is how they get you.
Yep. Listen, I don't recommend bad comics.
No.
If
you don't.
if I recommend a comic to you and you don't like it, bring it back to me. We'll trade out for something else.
Yeah. Or you can slap Buck
Well,
in the face with
in
it.
really extreme circumstances like Hawkeye,
Yeah.
bring it back and slap me with
That
it.
was because that could have been 140 slaps.
It could have been.
Face.
I was so sure of it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you got. I have to give it up to you. You got great suggestions. What's funny is I came in a couple weeks ago because you had got some of the ones that the trade paperbacks. You got some more of them in. Some New 52,
Yeah.
and some Rebirth too. And so I got a chance to get some of the ones that I didn't have, and I'm looking at them like, did I have this one? And you're like, oh yeah, you got this one. I'm like, what? How do you know what I have better than what I know?
Tom and I have a really weird memory.
Yeah.
Like there's some stuff like we can remember, like, just everything, and then
Yeah.
there's others that I don't know.
The best thing you can do is, get to know Buck and everyone, but get to know Tom. Tom has great. I mean, he takes care of me because I'm like, hey, what's new this week? And he's like, you'll like this and this. And, y'all got me pegged. I like horror stuff and
We know what you like.
yeah. All right, let's talk about this one and we'll wrap it up for this week.
Okay, so this when it first came out, there were two rules in there were like three rules in comics. Bucky stays dead.
Yeah.
Uncle Ben stays dead.
Uh-huh.
Jason Todd stays dead.
Right. And Jason Todd was he was the guy that was voted to be killed.
The
right?
second Robin that got voted to be killed.
And that was Death in the Family?
Death in the Family, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. And, man, so we got a little taste of this in Hush where Clayface shows up and he, makes himself look like Jason Todd, a little grown up.
Right.
And then that kind of sparked the fan interest.
Right.
Of the man, if he was that badass, would we be okay with it?
Yeah.
And then rumor has it is that Judd Winnick and Ed Brubaker, who was writing Captain America at the same time, were drinking after a con one night and made a bet that they could bring back Bucky and make him cool, and they could bring back Jason Todd and make him cool.
Really?
And that's where we got Winter Soldier and Red Hood.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
And well, they did great with both. Yeah, because that's the one I'm holding in my hand right now, Under the Red Hood, which, spoiler alert, I've seen the animated movie.
The animated movie does such a good job of like boiling this down.
Yeah. Oh my God, though, but this looks so...
But in this, there's just so much more to it.
Yeah, and so that's why I wanted to get the book, of course, because
Yeah.
I was like, books are always a little better than the movies and stuff
Yeah,
like
look,
that.
they're fighting a Mazo.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So we all know that the Red Hood was Jason Todd. If you didn't know, you're spoiled now. But Deathstroke.
Yeah.
See, and Deathstroke wasn't in the animated movie.
No, they didn't have time for Deathstroke in the animated movie.
So that's awesome. So yeah, this was one that I remember I saw it one day and I was like, oh, I gotta get that one. And then the next day,
And then we sold it. Yeah.
it was gone. I was like, please order me another.
Yeah, every time that you're like, ooh, what's that?
Oh, I know.
It sells.
Oh, I know. It's like I curse these books. Oh,
You should take interest in Aztec.
yeah.
AD would love that.
I do want to read that one because AD, I believe it was on the New World Comics podcast.
Yeah.
Gave us a little bit of a education about Aztec, and
Yeah.
it is one of AD's. And so he's mentioned a couple books that I would like to read:
Yeah.
Aztec, Spider-Man Noir.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I did notice that one's up
Aztec's so much fun.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll check that one out. But yeah, so if ever I look up on the shelf and I'm like, oh, I gotta get that one, then it's good for you because it'll sell.
Oh, yeah.
That day. It's just how it goes for some reason. But y'all got another. I didn't get the only one.
Yes.
So come in and get this one, Batman Under the Red Hood, and whatever comic books, come and talk to these fellas because you guys will really, do you take in the way they're dressed, their hairstyle? Like,
Everything.
Everything.
It's more body posture and facial expressions,
Yeah.
really. And the way that they talk and certain words that they use, phrases, you can kind of pick up if they're more like, horror or sci-fi or superhero or mystery, whatever,
Yeah. Yeah.
And then from that, we, and I'll talk to him and I'll ask him a few questions like, well, what kind of things do you like? If I can't pick up on that,
Right.
Some people I can just peg like, oh, they're more anime, so I need to go,
Got you.
yeah,
it's interesting because I've mentioned this before. When we started this, I was into the movies, the TV shows,
Right.
all that. I didn't read as many comics. I've read comics before, but I didn't read as many. And one of the things that I think kind of kept me from reading sometimes was feeling like, oh man, where am I going to jump in?
it's just so daunting, yeah.
Yeah, there's so many.
But that's the thing is, somewhere someone's just going to pick up this random issue, and that's going to be their first comic.
Yeah, because that's what I thought about.
And
That's
then
how I
it's-
started.
Well, then it's up to you. Like, how far back do you want to go?
Yeah.
How far forward? And the people that don't want to start reading like a 50 issue series that happened 20 years ago, that don't want to read like good comics, but you're here to read comics. You don't need to read the most current thing, because
Yeah.
sometimes they're just making a comic to say that they have that series. Like
Yeah.
the current series of Green Arrow has kind of run its course.
Really?
And they're just making a comic to make a comic.
Mm-hmm. I remember when that Green Arrow first came out on the Rebirth, that was really good.
It was, and it kind of ran, and after they got through those first couple ideas, they're just making a Green Arrow comic to make a Green Arrow comic.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. Well, like you were saying, it's just find something that you like,
Yeah.
and just jump in.
Right.
The other thing that I highly recommend, the New World Comics podcast, because every week you guys have a guest, and sometimes most of them they've been employed by the store at some
They
time.
help out in some capacity. We should say,
yeah, exactly. Because the one that came out yesterday, Scott Sackett. I don't
Yeah.
think he's ever worked here, but he
He's-
does.
Yeah.
Free comic book day,
Yeah,
right?
he
Yeah.
does the free sketches, and he's a local comic artist. And
Yeah. And you get to hear like a credible story about, a guy who's working as a comic book artist and his journey, but you also get to hear comic books that inspired him, comic books that you guys recommend, and so you get an education about comic books, but you also could get good starting points, and then, like I say, one of the other things I noticed about recording this with you guys every week and listening to them, I'm not that much of a poser as I thought it was. Well, there's a lot of people that I thought, oh, these people must read every comic book in this store,
No.
and yeah, they they have the ones they like, and they get into those.
I read most of everything in the store.
Well, yeah,
but not everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
yeah.
I mean, you're the level we all aspire to.
I don't know about that.
But I'm just saying,
I have a very understanding wife.
yeah, it's like I just assume that everybody around here, is just an encyclopedia, knows everything about comics, and I feel like hanging around for the last couple years, I'm starting to kind of hold my own, know,
Yeah.
which makes me feel good.
We should do a nerd trivia between you and Cameo.
That would be bad though.
Oh.
That would be bad. But I would like to face off against Cameo.
Okay.
But since he's not here,
Well, yeah.
am I going to get answers, or are we going to do this for real? 'Cause
How's this? I'll give you some answers. They might not be the right answers.
Nice. I wouldn't mind testing some knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like I say, I don't feel like I'm as much of a poser as I thought.
Cool.
Yeah. Especially like my wife would probably tell you, looking at my burgeoning collection. Like I've got more comics than I'll get read in a while, but it's like it's nice now. I just go grab something off and take it to work, and when I got some free time, I flip through it, and I love it, man. I really do. So
Well, cool. I'm happy.
New World Comics, that's where we're recording this here, Oklahoma City, just south of 63rd on May. Come in here. Meridian. My bad. Meridian. I come here every week, twice a week. I don't know what's going on. But like I say, you got the issues that come out every week. You got toys, graphic novels, trade paperbacks. Come find Carmen Sandiego.
We sold her. Yep.
She gone. Well, if you can find her now, that'd be even more interesting. the owner might not like that, but also come count the Spider-Man that are hidden around. There might even be some ashes, and that counts. All right. Well, for Cameo, who isn't here,
Oh,
Buck Berlin, I'm Brad Reed. Everybody have a great week. Stay nerdy. Dirtman for life.
Dirtman for life.